Hello everyone, welcome back to HTML and CSS lessons on Codecademy. So last time we finished learning about specifiers and things connected to that, and today we're going to be working on a project. So let's get started. So this is something, this is similar to what we're going to be building. So we'll be taking advantage of CSS powerful class and ID selectors to visually separate different classes of HTML elements. We used class and ID last, I believe, in the last video. And in this case, our friends from our family members and our mortal enemies. So we need to check out the code in the HTML and CSS tabs, then take a look at the results tab to see what the fruits of your labor will be. So we're going to have something like that. That's the CSS if you want to look at it. But for the sake of this lesson, I'm not going to be going through this, but just making it, and then because we're going to have a similar thing, I'm going to explain it as we go. So let's actually start with the project or making it. Alright, to start we need some divs. We'll be turning these into circles that represent members of our network. So create at least 3 divs in the HTML tab. Oh, tab, yeah. Okay. So div, oh, that is not how you create a div tag. And I need to close that. And I pressed insert by accident. There we go. I will make 6 div tags. There we go. I will separate 2 and 2. And done. Moving on. Style those divs, so I'm guessing we're going to be going to CSS. So good, now let's give our divs a basic look. So we'll use classes in a minute to change the appearance of our divs depending on whether a given person is a friend, family member, or a nefarious nemesis. We've started the div selector for you with a little positioning magic. So display inline block and margin left 5 pixels. So that's how the div is going to behave, and they will be explained in the next lesson then. Okay, fair enough. Please note if you have adjusted your browser zoom. Okay, we have read that many times before. Instructions. In the meantime, give your divs a makeover on the CSS tab. So what we need to do is give them a height and width of 100 pixels. So let's do that. Height 100 px and width also 100 px. Set their border radius, okay, to 100%, and give them a border that's 2 pixels wide, solid and black. 2px solid black. We don't need commas because commas mean a completely different thing, and let's see if that's correct. Yes, it is. If you put commas, it means if it can't do this, then do this. If you remember, I think that we did that quite a few lessons ago. So that's usually used for fonts normally. Classify, now we need to add our classes. We'll start with 3, so friend, family, and enemy. So on the index.html tab, set your divs to any classes you like. Just be sure to use each of the above classes at least one time. If you're feeling adventurous, feel free to add more. So, oh wait, it didn't. It did the same thing as it did last time, or the time before that actually. It's not passing on the code for me. That's very annoying. Let's see. No, it doesn't. It does not like me. Yeah, I will just do this and put that here. I hope it's passed on the CSS code. Yes, it has. Okay, good. So that's what it looks like so far. So we need to give it class equals and something. So let's just copy that and paste it into every one of those. So our first group can be friend, or class, not group. Then I will have family, and then I will have enemy. Let's see if that's correct. Yes, it is. Let's make sure it gets passed on. Good, I still have it here. Give members of your friend class a border that's 2 pixels dashed and whatever that color is going to be. So classes were identified by a pound symbol, I believe, and we want friend to be, what do we want friend to be then? Border that is 2 pixels dashed and a color of 008000, whatever that is. Is that correct? Well, okay, I guess I do need to do it for the others as well. Let's do that then. And first one is friend, second one is family, third one is enemy, and let's copy this over for family. There we go. And let's copy this over for enemy. And I also need the semicolon at the end. That might be causing some problems. Oop, okay. Did you remember to give your... Oh, it's a dot friend. So this is an ID that I've done. My mistake. Ah, there we go. That looks much better now. Okay, so now we have 6 divs. We have pairs of 3 pairs of divs, 2 by 2, which are of the same color. I would prefer to have it red, green, blue, but okay, whatever. Moving on. No ID, no entry. So excellent. Now let's create 2 IDs: best friend and arch nemesis. Is it nemesis or nemesi? I actually don't know, or maybe both of them work. Instructions: assign the first ID to a div in your friend class. So that's right, you can have a tag with a class and an ID. Oh, that's interesting. And the second to a div in your enemy class. So do we need a comma here? Let's see then. So ID equals best friend in this case. Let's just copy that over. I will have best friend for friends and family. And then I will have arch nemesis for my enemies. There we go. Oops, no, that is not correct. I need to copy this. Now that should be fine, I think. Yeah, okay, we didn't change anything in CSS so far. I wonder if this is next. Identify your IDs. Okay, now we just need to assign separate CSS styling to best friend and arch nemesis so we can quickly pick them out from our regular friends and enemies. Should we actually write something in here? What happens if we do? Okay, yeah, that looks much better. I should have probably done that some time ago actually. Oh well. Let's do something like, I don't know. These are some of the first few names that are popping up into my head. Okay, and that, and also that, because I'm my best friend. And okay, instructions: give your best friend a border of, okay, so we need to do a pound and then best friend. And we need to style that border of 4 pixels. Oops, I need a colon there. Solid, and whatever color that is. There we go. And your arch nemesis, I'll just copy that over. A border of those attributes. And semicolon. Save and submit code. That's kind of not keeping the div colors in there. which is annoying. I guess maybe we will see how to fix that, or maybe not. Okay. Great job, you've created a map of people you know that's differentiated based on different CSS classes. Feel free to go ahead and change any of the CSS you've used so far, including colors, borders, and border radii. Make it your own. If you're looking for a bonus challenge, try adding images and links to each div so your various circles look like and link to your friends, family, and foes. So hit save and submit code when you're done experimenting. Well, these do not look like circles, and they also are missing out on the what's it called, on the class styling. Okay, I will see how to fix that in a second, and I will come back once. Okay, so I will explain everything that I did. The first thing is to get the circles. Well, I already have the circles here, but my mistake was that I didn't have a semicolon here on this line, which meant that this line didn't work because of a missing semicolon there. So that's what made it so that I didn't have circles. Then what I did was use the code that they already had on the what you'll be building. So basically I just copied it so that I can get the text in the center, and you can, at this point, you can just delete that. You don't actually have to do this, but I'm just doing it so that it looks nice. If you don't do it, you don't have to, because the lesson doesn't tell you how to do it, or doesn't ask you why, that doesn't require you to do it. But if you do want to do it, then follow along. Otherwise, you can stop watching here. But if you do want to do it, then what I did was, okay, let's just save it. Go into what you'll be building, stylesheet.css, copy those two parts, and then go into the last part and paste them in here, replacing your old div. And now, so that it can actually take effect, what you need to do is put paragraph inside the divs. So how it was before was like this. Oops, I did not mean to delete that. So if you do it like that, then that's going to happen. But if you put paragraphs, then it's going to look like that, and it's going to look much nicer. So that's how they did the thing that they did in the beginning. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions about this, about, I don't know, anything else, then do feel free to ask me in the comments down below. I know we didn't build it exactly as it was, but that wasn't the point. It was just to show us that how to use ID and class, or how to use them together, and that you can actually use them together. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please tell me that you enjoyed it. Tell me which parts you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy, then tell me what you didn't enjoy, so that I can improve for next time. But until that next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and